Shh. It's that time, y'all. Time for Big Boys Boxing.
If you think I'm a pussy, I'm a punk, you tell me right now. Because listen, I am the baddest man. Fuck me.
So that'll give a bit of energy.
Kia ora team, welcome back to Big Boys Boxing. So I stumbled across an article, I'll leave it in the description, you read it, come to your own conclusions. But it seems Derek Chisora is interested in fighting Joseph Parker once again. Seems a little bit weird, considering he thinks Joseph Parker chickened out. What's different? He says in the article that he went over to his training camp to meet with him prior to the fight last time, and then Joseph pulled out because he got scared. Never mind that he was not cleared to fight by a doctor, and he still has a scar on his leg from this alleged spider bite. It was what it was. The fight didn't happen because Joe wasn't cleared to fight. Simple as that. So Derek the donkey is just talking up a storm as usual, meaning absolutely nothing. But it seems both teams are interested. There's some comments from David Higgins in there as well about potentially having the fight down here in New Zealand. If it's going to happen, that's where Higgins would like it to happen, probably Joe as well. And to me, with the situation with COVID around the world, it makes perfect sense. Down here in New Zealand, we're allowed full crowds, we have no restrictions. The only issue is spending 2 weeks in quarantine coming into the country once you're in the border, right? But it'd be a full pay-per-view event down here, full crowd. There'd be a decent cut in it for Derek if he came down here. But I did notice also in the article, Derek says he wants it on his turf. So if it did happen, it'd likely be with no crowds. It might not be pay-per-view in the UK, so there's no guarantee that it'd be a bigger payday for Derek in the UK than it would be down here. And the way Derek's career is going, whether he wins or loses, doesn't really seem to matter. It's all about the money for Derek these days. Now, I hope Joe isn't concentrating too much on this. He's got a fight in front of him on the 27th of February. That's not going to be extremely easy. It's not going to be as easy as a Shondell Winters fight. So this fight he has lined up with Junior Fa, who's unbeaten, is a very good mover and very defensively sound. He's not going to be easy to beat, but I do expect Joe to beat him. So he has this in front of him first. He needs to concentrate on the job at hand, and we'll see what happens down the track after the fight. Who knows if this Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk fight isn't made by the time Joe potentially beats Junior. He could possibly end up above Joe Joyce in the WBO rankings. So we'll see what happens. Apparently this Joyce versus Usyk fight is getting close to being made. Apparently this is one of the conditions that Usyk is taking to step aside to let Fury and Joshua fight, but that's another story. That's developing. We'll see what happens there. A lot to happen to see where Joe's going to end up if he beats Junior Fa. So depending on what happens, there may be a final eliminator after the Junior Fa and Joseph Parker fight for a potential mandatory spot if he doesn't get a shot at a vacant title. So we'll see. But get that news out there. Derek Chisora is interested in fighting Joseph Parker now. and it seems Joe and his team are also interested in the fight down the track. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget the thumbs up if you have, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm Jono from Big Boys Boxing, and I'm out. See you!